Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO Sourcecast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me this evening, we have Super Patriot.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And we have Brittany.
Hello.
So, hope everyone's having themselves a good week, a good Friday, even though Good Friday is in a couple of weeks. I got asked this question earlier.
Blasphemer.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know the day that a whole bunch of what was it, Crusaders? I forget. I watched the Da Vinci Code and it blew my mind. That was the reason why that it was called Good Friday. Like 13 Crusaders freaking died, just crucified basically. Like, how do we celebrate this? What is up with this book? But by the way, the Da Vinci Code is an amazing movie. Amazing movie. So is the book, but I haven't read the book because I don't read.
Ugh, the book is so much better than the movie.
That's what I've heard.
I did read the book. I did when that movie was getting ready to come out. Everybody was talking about. I was like, "Oh, you haven't read the book yet?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Read the book. Read the book." So I was like, "All right, I'll read the book." And I read the book, and the movie does the book justice for a movie based off of a book. It does. But the book is a hell of a lot better.
I just didn't like Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon. Like I didn't like him playing the character, so it kind of annoyed me. But yeah.
Don't worry, everybody wishes he was still with Wilson. Hollywood couple. So tonight we are going to be talking about the Batman vs Superman, all the good stuff that came out during the live stream earlier this week, and tournament posters, all this good stuff galore. But first and foremost, as usual, let's see how everybody's week has been. Soups, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. I finally have, even though I don't have the most recent piece for it, though. I'm still missing one of the more recent pieces. But I finally have a full, complete 8-piece set of Elite gear.
Congratulations.
First time ever. I still need to get the Elite feet from the Phantom Zone alert and all that, but I'm still sporting my Black Hand, Hero of the Black feet. So, but I have a complete Elite set for the first time. So
Very awesome.
I'm kind of happy about that.
So what? So when you now that you have all 8 pieces, which mod did you go for your Infinities?
Well, I went with the 2 might increases for the first 2. The second one I went for because obviously because of the mid range and melee DPS damage being higher when you're closer and everything. I went with the mod that gives you a bit of protection whenever you activate an attack buff and everything. So I went with that just to be, because I care about the healers having to try to heal me, So I went with that mod there, and then for my final mod I went with the auto breakout, which is awesome. I saw it kick in the other night when I was running PZR DPS in it. It was pretty cool. I was like, oh, hey, I didn't have to break out right there. That's cool.
Well, that's handy.
I really want to be able to get that mod for whenever I'm tanking. I really want to be able to get full 8 pieces of Elite for tanking now. Because having that auto breakout for tanking is just going to be gold. And then get the other the C mod where you have your own little healing aura.
Mm-hmm.
Where you do a little bit of, you have a healing aura on yourself and other people around you. That's another mod I want to have for in there. So now I got to work on my Elite set for tanking.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where a lot of because I have all these Elite pieces on my tank set, and I don't want to get rid of I got 6 pieces, and I don't want to get rid of them. So a lot of the new stuff gear has been going to my DPS. So my DPS is higher CR than my tanking gear because I'm like, I need to run more Elite stuff. I need to replace this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. See, well, my thing is, there's not really when you go into the C and the D mods, there really isn't a lot in there for DPS. A lot of them are for, from what I saw at least, are for trolling and for healing with those mods. At least the way I read them.
I mean, I got the group breakout one.
There are some fantastic freaking troller mods in there that I really want to get. I was looking at some, and I was like, oh my god. Oh, like, you know, that debuff mod. Oh man.
I don't. Trollers have it the best for when it comes to elite mods. Like hands down, they have the best elite affinities out there. I don't know why none of the other mods for any of the other classes, like, or roles, they don't even come close to that. They're just so much better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that auto breakout for tanks is good.
I have yet to. I used to run that, but I could never tell when it was working ever, so I just replaced it.
What do you run? What do you run with tanking then?
I don't remember, but I know I switched it. I know I removed it.
Well,
I don't know what I'm running.
Well, Brett, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Just been kind of no-lifing it with the division. Hadn't played DC in like 2 days. So I finally got on today because it was reset was the other day and ran some stuff, but then it was back to the division. The nice thing about DC is, like, I mean, I'm caught up on everything. So if I wanted to, like, take 2 weeks off and not play, it's not like I would be hurting myself at all. So that's kind of the nice thing about the monthly episodes. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing when I'm caught up, but it allows me the freedom to play other games and not have to be too worried about my character's progress on DC. So
it's true.
That was good. But yeah, just been having fun playing a lot of games, a lot of Division, a lot of Dark Zone.
Do you support the Ticks or Ticken's nickname or code name for the division?
Oh, sure.
I'm not gonna say it. Because I do not support it. Because I don't need people going like, oh look, Trex is playing such and such. I'm like, no, I don't need that.
Trex is on the D. He's on
the D. Well, it's funny because all the games that I play all start with D, so I guess it works out perfectly.
Oh yeah, Destiny,
DC, the Division.
I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm a gentleman.
How was your week then?
Week has been good. I guess I've been on the D as well this week. And not only I'm on the double D because of peer pressure from not just Brittany, not just chat, but from my friend Christina, my friend Sean, who also stream now. I've gotten the division now on both PC and PlayStation 4.
Wait, who are you playing with it on PlayStation?
I ran with my friends Brittany and Al last night. We did like a 3-way stream where all three of us were streaming at the same time, and we even decided to do the Lincoln Tunnel to unlock the security wing. We did that in the hard mode, and that was no joke. So much death, so much crying. We didn't know what to do.
It's the only way to do it.
It was so much fun though. Yeah, it was really rewarding. So I think from now on, we were a group of 4 because we had another friend, and so we were like, we ain't gonna try this again until we have a group of 6. We need 2 more people with us just to sell this. But I hop on DC a little bit this week because I can go ahead and segue into some war stories of episode 22 because I finally got to run the content. And the solo, still, once again, it's still very fun. To get that feat for the bomb feat at the last boss in that solo. Our buddy Chill Cat had some issues with it, and I want to make sure I stress this to everybody as well, if you guys are having trouble with it. Try and be lucky with your bombs. Because Lois will destroy your bombs, you'll destroy your bombs, and just pray that the bombs just magically appear away from wherever you're fighting, and also calm down your AoE attacks. I mean, my outrage destroyed a bomb, and I was quite furious. So, pray when you get to that last boss in the solo that your bombs are far, far away, or you just kind of as Super Patriot told me last week, just get smacked a lot until the bombs are done. Just don't do anything, just get smacked a bit and try and survive. Oh, poor Chill. Poor Chill. Lois is OP. It's already stated. She's completely overpowered, and I can't wait to see her in the Dark Side raid where she's going to carry the entire group.
With her minigun.
With her minigun.
Or Tommy gun, or whatever that is.
And then I finally ran the alert, and I couldn't be more pleased with an alert with fun and difficulty at the same time. And again, I'm not happy that the elite.
How long
alert,
were you in there?
Well, the regular, I think we're about maybe that hour range. I think we were. I was just absorbing some stuff, absorbing the scenery, absorbing the fights. But that elite though, I didn't plan for it to be a 4-hour run. It just kind of happened.
4 hours? Please tell me you beat it though.
We did beat it. We did.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
And let me say now, it wasn't like if it was like, oh my god, the damage sucks. I mean, Catmon did try his best. He of course was missing some white mods after the fact, so shame on him. Yeah, exactly, Cap. It was fun, but it was really the mechanics that were killing us because I think it was Erin's first time. She was our healer. I was in there for the first time. I do apologize. I cannot for the life of me remember. Oh, it was Adam. I think Magician was our controller, I believe. Yeah, because Catmon can complain that like run away from Dave. Dave has the blue dot. He's killing me. Stop hugging Dave. That was the whole mantra for the night. Just stop hugging Dave.
I've noticed one thing we've picked up on running the Elite is that that last boss fight goes a lot quicker, believe it or not, and is easier if you are burning the ads down instead of focusing on the boss.
Oh yeah,
in
the Zod fight.
The bosses. Yeah, it goes so much smoother because it's so much less work on the tank trying to keep the ads from because have you guys seen what happens when they deliver all 6 of the supplies?
Yes, Catmon told me, and then on a failed attempt by accident.
I haven't seen it, but I've been told about it.
I was like, everything, it went to a cinematic. I'm like, oh shit, did we already win? And he's leaving. I'm like, oh, this is what Catmon was talking about. Oh, it sucks.
So like, I mean, but it makes it so much easier on the tank in regards to trying to control all the ads that are coming out. That way the tank can concentrate on the elite guard that comes out to try to, that stuns everybody. He can focus on, interrupting that guy during the whole fight. Meanwhile, I mean, Zod and Ursa, they're gonna go around and smack at at people at random, but they usually almost always come back to the tank. So yeah, focusing down the ads makes it a lot easier on the tank, which makes it a lot easier on the healer, which makes it a lot easier on the troller, which end result makes it easier on the DPS and just makes it easier for the entire group.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and that's what I tried to do as well. And but yeah, it's again, that elite was really hard, and I was really happy to see a lot of the forum members were really praising the difficulty of it. And like I said, it was really the mechanics that kept getting us, especially in that second boss fight, because we kept wiping because of the blue mist containers exploding, taking up a quarter of the room, and nobody really moving out of the way of it, and kept getting pulled into it, breaking out too late. It was like every time Nod came out, because we got Nod that turn, and every time Nod came out, we were like, oh, well, we already wiped, Nod, so we're just going to lay here, and you just came for nothing. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed that alert, and I think they did a fantastic job with the mechanics for the boss fights and just the overall difficulty. It was really fun. But yeah, that Zod fight, yeah. Take out the ads, please. For the love of God, take out the ads. Focus on the ads, focus on the ads, focus on the ads. And yes, Dave did kill you, Capmon. That's true. But, hashtag stop hugging Dave. Stop hugging Dave. I like that hashtag. That's really good. Need to write that down. But Brittany, since you weren't here last week, what did you think of the alert in solo? As she unmutes her microphone.
I was on mute, my bad. I don't really care for solo, so it was whatever to me. Like, it was just a solo. It was a place to get, scraps. But I really enjoyed the alert, or at least the elite alert. It felt like an elite alert, and the difficulty I thought was there. Like, it wasn't a walk in the park. It wasn't just a straight tank and spank. There were actual mechanics to each boss, and I really liked that. So I really appreciated the effort that the devs put into making that be like a true... I think that's our first true elite alert. I don't really consider any of the other alerts that we've had to be true elite alerts because the difficulty and the mechanics just weren't there. They were just kind of like normal alerts, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So I like it. I think they did a very good job with it.
Yeah, I mean, Desecrated Cathedral for me was tough only because you had Jared who really needed controller debuffs, and if you don't have those debuffs, then you're really just going to struggle with that boss and it's going to be there forever, and you feel like that you're going to be there forever even in the normal. But with Prison, with the Phantom Zone here, it was just really good because we're focusing more on, oh my god, we're just sitting here because this boss is so high health. No, you're not doing that anymore. In this, you're actually worried about the mechanics and everything because everything is going to kill you.
Yep. I like it.
So before we move into our hot topics, I did get an email. I just don't have it open right now because I forgot to get it up. But it was a suggestion from someone talking about our thoughts on having the support roles have the power return mechanic similar to how the DPS have it. Because support roles are getting their... You can use advanced mechanics in support role now to get that advanced mechanic damage and everything. But how do you guys feel about getting support roles having that power return? Even if it's in like a smaller doses than what DPS has.
To me, it's like it sounds like people are just trying to get rid of the controller role.
I was going to say there'd be no point. You would never need to run our controller then. Just bye.
Yeah, my
people would just replace that controller with another DPS.
I mean, it would sound like people would have a reasonable excuse to say, well, we don't need a controller in here because the tank's getting his power back and the healer's getting their power back, so we don't need a controller in here. When you're ignoring some of the more basic functions that a controller does other than just provide power back for the group. There's CC in the ads, there's debuff in the boss. There's some bosses like at level going into Halls of Hades. I challenge at any group at level at 111 CR going into Halls of Hades and beating Cerberus without a heal debuff. Or any way to CC the ads or the two ads that come out and heal Cerberus up. Your average group's not going to be able to beat that boss fight.
Well, I think they need to have more fights that would require, or that you would need. Some bosses you can just get away without putting a debuff on. Like, you don't need a debuff on there. It's not going to make or break your run. But like the Jared fight, if you don't have a controller debuffing Jared, you're going to be in there forever. I mean, it doesn't matter how good your DPS is, you're still going to be in there forever because you're not going to be hitting hard at all. So I wish there were more things for a controller to do other than just give power, which most people seem to think that's all controllers need to do. But when everything dies so fast, there's
these
no
guys need to
need
be educated. They just have to be educated because I never look at my controllers like, hey, can you make sure you just get power out? Thanks. But after the power, especially if you have two, it's like, look, I'm gonna need you to debuff this mofo. And when I don't see the shield or the damage debuff on a boss, I get antsy. I just get I was like, I can start shaking my fist and like, what are you doing? What are you doing to me right now? Are you doing an advanced mechanic? Why are you doing your advanced mechanic? I don't care about your advanced mechanic. I want this guy debuffed now. Crappy's talking about power back mechanics in raids. I don't think the raids get that groove buff.
No, he's talking about AMs. He's talking about the AM.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I wish too. I wish that DPS has never got a power return. I don't even know why that they do. It's just kind of silly.
With weapon mastery, you get that extra damage in damage stance, and when you're using weapon mastery as a support role, you get a power cost reduction, which I think is really good. But yeah, power back for the DPS. It just takes it takes away from the support roles. It takes away from having an extra troller in there.
Yep. Which it would make more sense if in a solo and a duo you had that, but then in bigger group content that was something that wasn't there. I don't know how they could ever do that, but that would make more sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that a DPS can live without a troller. You can. You're self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That just doesn't make sense.
See, and
to
the
me
thing, and even in small group content, when you're talking about solos and duos, you get power back. You get those little power baubles from anything you kill in there, so you're getting power back as you're going through it, anyways.
Yeah. I wouldn't be sad if they took the whole power back thing, removed it. I wouldn't care because shoot, we've been living with that for how long before mechanics?
It's so amazing to me too how people are able to skip so much content and not even know what the hell they're doing. So I queued into a TD the other day, Themyscira Divided. I queued into it just because I was looking to see if I could get a couple of lair items out of there, and also because I just love that map. But so I'm in there, and we're just burning through it, because there's me and another 150 plus CR in there, and we're just burning through it, and the healer and there's a healer and a troller in there, and the troller was 119 CR. All right, he's in controller stance, and he's talking to the healer, and he's like, I got kicked out of a group earlier because they said I didn't have any troller gear. But I'm in controller stance, so what's the difference? Big. It's a huge difference. Your controller gear is, where, especially when you're leveling up, if you don't have a lot of skill points, that's where the vast amount of your VIT is going to come from, is your gear. So yeah, he had no idea how to get controller gear, and he's running an alert where if you attune a piece of gear in controller stance, bam, you've got a piece of controller gear. I'm like, oh, he's 119 CR. 119 CR, and he had no idea how to get controller gear. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And then after the alert's done, I'm explaining to him how to get controller gear. He comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, can you help me with my atomic doom and get him really high CR?" I'm like, no. I was like, clearly you skipped too much content as is. All right, if you don't know how to get controller gear, there is no way I'm backpacking another tune of yours to get you high CR. No.
Well,
I told him no, and I walked out. I'm like,
well, okay. So on a discussion with the power back mechanic and the advanced with the advanced mechanics for DPS, we already remember that when advanced mechanics came out, they had that power regen that was instant. It was coming so fast that yes, controllers were battery controllers were just done. No need. Support roles were just basically, hey, we need you. Please come and help us. So they changed it to make it where it's a power regeneration. Now, do you feel that the generation right now is still too strong? Now, as I say that, I come as a ranged melee DPS, and my power back return is nice, but because I'm in melee stance, and even when I was doing range, that regeneration to me, without a controller, I was still kind of struggling, and I had to use my weapon combos to get my power coming back until something died and I got my blue bauble. Now, do you feel that the power regeneration that we have in-game now for advanced mechanics is still too strong?
Yes.
to a point, yeah. To a point, I feel it is. I don't know, it just seems, I mean, especially, going into the, I mean, right now, I mean, you can run, you could probably, I mean, you can 4 DPS PZR, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I had somebody, one of the guys asked me, we were getting ready to run it the other night, and they're like, dude, you can go ahead and DPS this. I was like, dude, it's so much smoother when you have a tank.
It is.
I'd rather go in there without a healer than go in there without a tank, to be honest with you.
Oh gosh.
As a rage player, I do approve that. I just need my controller. That's all I need.
Yeah, as long as I got a controller, I'm fine. I'd rather go in there without a healer than go in there without a tank. It's just, hey, look, all the ads are in one spot and they're not attacking me. I'm free to DPS. I am perfectly fine with that. I mean, that's just me. I'm a big fan on going in with a balanced group into any alert, that's
Same.
at level. My biggest thing is, so there are some DPS powers out there that, are more attuned towards, or they have, there are some DPS powers that are better at recovering from being interrupted than others right now. That's my biggest issue with some of the powers out there. Not just because of the power regen thing, because you keep your AM up, you get your power regen coming in and everything like that, which is fine and all. But I think the power regen does need to be reduced. I was getting into a completely different topic there for a second, so I'm going to stop myself, and then I'm going to go back to what you were asking. But yeah, the power regen probably does need to be reduced.
Okay, yeah. So you guys say that we should reduce that regeneration a few more percentage.
Yeah, I mean, in other words, just to keep, keep controllers, as far as their battery, job, keep them, viable for raid content. But, power back for support roles, I don't know. That doesn't need to be happening. It doesn't need to be happening. I mean, it's kind of silly, especially for me. Brittany, I don't know if you've done anything with a hard light controller yet, spamming light blast and fan while you're trying to tank all the ads. But let me tell you, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's bad enough when you go into an area, you're going in with ads, you're getting ready to lunge in and and pop your AoE or pop your pull to pull all the ads in on top of you. It's bad enough that the hard light controllers hitting them all with light blast, so now they're stuck in spot. They're stuck in place and they're not moving. You can't pull them in. All right, and then the son of a bitch goes in and does the fan, which just pushes them and spreads them out even more.
Oh my god!
And I'm just standing there like, asshole.
Well, what's more annoying, that or stasis?
Let me do my job, and then you can start doing yours.
Well, what if he encased everything? Will that be better?
No, that's even worse. If they encase them, come on, Rick, you know that. They encase them, the DPS can't do any damn damage to them.
Well, I'm just wondering what's worse. I just want to know.
We got this one guy in my league, all right, who's a mental troll. He cannot stop using Thought Bubble.
Oh my god.
We've told him how many times. Stop using Thought Bubble. He's like, why? It encased them. They're not damaged. That was that asshole bounced to the other side of the room. Then I got to freaking move and try and get an aggro pull on him so he doesn't go and kill one of you guys in the back of the head.
So basically what we're saying is, controllers, don't just be another battery. But at the same time, control the fuck out of your crowd controls, okay?
Yeah.
Just control it.
I mean, there's a reason why, when I'm quantum trolling, there's a reason why I wait to use Distortion Wave after the tank has pulled all the ads on top of it. Because there's a reason why I do it. Because if I hit them with a CC move when they're on the other side of the room, that tank's not going to pull them.
Oh man, that encasement. Okay. Right. As a tank, I get frustrated. I love my quantum controllers. I really do. But when I'm trying to pull someone and they use, God, I can't remember. I always use it. I can't remember the name of it. It's like a tectonic.
Distortion Wave.
No, it's the Power Over Time one, the tier 1 ability.
Oh, Temporal Vortex.
Yeah.
Is it Temporal Vortex? Yeah, Temporal Vortex.
Yeah, it sounds like when they use Vortex and they just stand there and I'm like, I'm trying to pull him. He's not coming to me, and I don't want to go to him.
Yeah.
They come to me. So yes, controllers at the same time. If you want to CC, great, but let the tank pull first. Don't be overeager and do a control thing and then wait for the deep. No, tanks first. Tanks are always first. So, all right. So going into our main topic, we were welcomed by a live stream this past week from Meps and SJ, aka Nerd of Prey, as she's rocking the guns, right? Just rocking the guns on the stream. Like, apparently we were invited to the gun show, but munitions never showed up.
Bum.
So, and I do have the replay video here, so if you guys actually want to watch the entire replay with voice, go over to youtube.com/DC Universe Online Game and watch the video there. If someone wants to post a link in the chat, I'll be more than happy to be appreciative of that. So we're gonna go. Actually, where the hell? There it is. So here is the video as we get to walk through it a little bit. Of course, it's muted because you're not gonna be able to hear it. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Batman vs Superman movie posters for your base, and it's also for your base and for league halls. All right, and these posters will be sold on the marketplace. I think there's like over 20, or is it 20 posters? I can't.
So many freaking posters,
right?
Man.
I mean, like different angles. I mean, I think we got one with Batman in the bathroom. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Like these candid shots. We don't know what's going on.
One of Superman weighing a Sparrows to get a piece of pizza.
So yeah. So I believe it's going to be on the marketplace for $800.
No, the poster bundle swag bag is going to be on there for $300 marketplace cash.
The posters are $300.
Yes, and you're also going to be able to buy individual posters for Marks of Legend.
Oh my gosh, is that supposed to be? I think I just saw Commissioner Gordon.
No, that is Alfred. Dude.
Oh, Alfred. I'm sorry.
Just Jeremy Irons, man.
I couldn't tell. I'm watching a video of a video.
I'm telling Dex. You don't know who your actors are. Shame on you.
You can tell Dex all you want. Like Michael, like Jeremy Irons was on something most recent. Last thing I remember him from was the Man in the Iron Mask. Okay, and from Die Hard.
That would be Die Hard 3.
I didn't need to say a number.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Look, Simon says, shush.
He was also in Aragon. He was also in that.
We do
God-awful
not
Dungeons
mention
and
that name. We
He was
know.
also in that. He was also in that God awful Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Again, you're missing these things that we really don't need to put on his record.
But yet, I know these are things that I know you have seen.
That's beyond the point. I do not, will not agree that I saw these movies.
Yo, we know you have seen them.
Only because I worked in the movie theater when those movies came out. Anyways, so we got these cool movie posters. We have Lex. Apparently, we have Alfred. Thank you, Jeremy Irons. And all these great shots. So, once again, another example of Warner Brothers and DC bringing together our game, bringing everything from the outside world into our reality world or virtual world. So it's really cool. And also, as SJ is showing on the screen right now, new shirts. Yay, a Batman vs Superman shirt.
One new shirt. One new shirt. Let's keep it real. One new shirt.
It doesn't matter. It's a shirt.
It's a black T-shirt with the Superman Batman, logo on there. The BvS logo on there, and then right here, this is the part where, well, everybody's already seen it in the stream, but this is the part where she's trying to show a close up of that symbol, and I'm like, hold down your lock button and zoom in. I was just trying to get closer and closer and closer, and I'm like, just zoom in, SJ. Just zoom in on the tune.
Yeah, I might have been watching the stream, but I had no sound because I was playing XCOM on my phone. I'm like, look, I got the chat up. I'm moderating chat. And now she switched some costumes because not only do we have that T-shirt, we also have the actual emblems from the movie. So you can actually get the Batman vs. Superman emblem on your clothing. Anything, any game item that you wear that can take an emblem.
There's two versions of the emblems. There's one which are just the red. They're just the red emblems. So you just have a red bat and a red S and all that. And then there is another version of the emblems where you can change the colors on them.
Yeah, that's true.
So 6 different emblems total.
Yeah, and the Wonder Woman emblem is there as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. She shows that here in a minute, I believe. At the library, they have not released how many Mercy Legend the posters will cost. I don't believe.
Yeah, I haven't seen a number for that just yet. If I want to ballpark it, I think maybe 60, 70 Marks of Legends. Hell, I would actually see them doing 100. I really would. And if
I wish there was a way on the female tunes that your hair could come out the back with the Batman cowl,
like Batgirl.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I really want that Batman emblem. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the Dark Knight emblem. That's a badass emblem.
Yeah.
Now, are you gonna rock out the Wonder Woman emblem?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm probably not going to do anything like that. The only thing I'm probably going to do, and it's not really totally DC related, is I'm going to do the Super Soldier from the Amalgam comics. You remember that?
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Super Soldier because I was checking last night or earlier today, and I do have the heater shield style. So I'm going to put that big old Superman S on there. Now, my only problem is I can't rock 2 emblems because I still need the damn star for the chest. so I realized that earlier. Damn it! How am I going to do this? But yeah.
But yeah, as SJ is putting onto the video, you can change the colors on some of the emblems. So that is really, really cool. So. And how much was the emblem pack? Because I think that's going to be on the marketplace as well.
The emblem pack is in with the T-shirt. That is the swag bag That is 800 marketplace cash, station cash, or daybreak cash rather. It's going to be 100, but those styles are all unlimited redeemable, so you can redeem them across all your characters.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the fact that we actually have the Superman logo there on a Superman S type costume, that's dope. And I saw some people on the forums actually say that the emblems look really small. And
I kind of agree.
Yeah, I do too. I really do. But and in my mind, I guess you really can't have these giant emblems that we were normally used to, because I mean that's what the heroes have, that's what the iconics have. So I think maybe it was a Warner Brothers thing, make them smaller so they're not too impactful. But they're also apparently like a little 3D-ish, where they're kind of they're poking out as the emblem, and you could definitely see that rigid on the Dark Knight emblem. And I'm not calling it the Batman emblem. That's the Dark Knight emblem.
Yeah, that's definitely the Dark Knight.
I love that. Love it. I'm not even a Batman fan. I love that emblem. It's just there. All right, and then the rest of this the video, they announced a Batman vs Superman tournament. And this is where the true swag bag comes in, because the winner gets like this, like the winners get like this big swag bag of over like $300 worth of movie merchandise, in-game merchandise. In-game merchandise. Because I mean, you get like a DC Universe Online hat, that not a dusty one according to Meps, but you get a hat. But I mean, just like. Because he had me at like movie items. What? Can I enter now? I will. I don't want to mod it anymore. I don't want to wrangle anybody. I'm like, Soups, you need to train me now. Because I am all about movie stuff. I am like, if I was still working in the movie theater right now, I'll be like, can I get some of this shit? Because I have Warner Brother reps. I have the reps. I'm like, hey, look, we're gonna do this big promotion. Can we get this such and such and such? And let me get that. And it works. It really works if you can just like throw a lot of marketing at them. So, wait a minute. I'm a DC Universe Online podcast. I need to contact Meps. I need Warner Brothers rep right now. We should get free shit. I'm telling you, it's great. But anyways, Soups, I'm gonna throw this over to you. Talk about the tournament, because you are the tourney guy.
The tournament is basically, it's a 4v4. Let me go here to the. I can't remember where he said we were going to actually do the damn 4v4 arena. It's a 4v4 arena match. Basically, there's two different brackets that you can sign up for, but you can only sign up for one. All right. You can sign up for either the Superman bracket or the Batman bracket. Okay. So basically, you're gonna go in there with your Batman styled and team, you and your teammates. You sign up for Batman. You guys have to be dressed up as Dark Knight or similar. If you sign up for Team Superman, you gotta go in there dressed up as Superman or similar. But then there's going to be a tournament on those two brackets. All right, the Bat teams are going to be fighting against each other, and the Super teams are going to be fighting against each other. And the winners of those two brackets, is going to have the Ultimate Superman team versus the Ultimate Batman team, and that's going to determine who the actual winner is of the first place prize with the $300 swag bag and everything like that.
So does each person get it?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh.
But it's going to be a best of 3 finale between the Superman and the Batman teams. Right there, it's a single elimination. But yeah, he hasn't stated here yet, I think, where the fight's going to take place. We talked about doing.
We did talk about the arenas. I remember that.
We talked about a couple of different arenas. We talked about doing ISIS because that's TDM map where it's 4v4. and everybody's in one area, but it's not really Batman versus Superman themed. I'm not sure if he's decided yet on where they're taking place or not. Let me double check the brackets here, see if he put it in there.
Yeah. Well, we do know the date. It'll be on March 19th.
Yes, March 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Which would be 11?
Yeah,
12? 12?
11 o'clock.
Wait, really?
Yeah, 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12 o'clock. 12
okay,
o'clock.
noon. Okay, noon. Okay.
Just start putting everything Eastern Standard Time maps. Come on.
Right? The real coast. I mean, God.
The Beast Coast. That's what it is. Beast Coast time.
Beast Coast time.
Yeah, there's nothing in here. Yeah, maps. We need to figure out what map we're doing this on.
Yeah. What he said.
We need to figure out what map there's. There's lots of possibilities. Watchtower would be, an ideal spot for it. ISIS obviously would be ideal. There was some talk about doing, Ace Chemicals or Arkham's Batman themed, but then you got, nodes and everything, and you got fights taking place, different spot. We may be, watching, a fight over the middle node, and when there's like an epic battle going on one of the other nodes that we're missing out on and everything. And then there was also discussion of possibly using Fortress of Solitude. But Fortress of Solitude, you got to worry about somebody running, and playing the buffs and everything like that. And we weren't sure if we were wanting to deal with have that or not. But yeah, and I'm not positive on whether or not we're live streaming any of this, to be honest with you. I don't know. Not positive on that. But if you have the ability to live stream, by all means, live stream the piss out of your matches.
Yeah, and that's really the beauty of it, for the fact that it's going to be like a 30-second delay with the stream. So it's not like you can actually watch someone and figure out where they're going to go. It's not going to matter because 30-second delay.
Well, yeah, if like, Meps, can go in there and ghost himself in, and do his own little observation mode thing like that. And in the past, he's, ghosted me into some matches to where I was able to watch them in real time. But I don't know if we're going to be doing all of that.
Wait, people are just queuing randomly, or like?
No, I mean they got queue up against each other. Well, yeah, they've got to scrim against each other and everything like that. It's basically going to be like when we ran FNL. I want to be helping him to wrangle all the cats together and everything like that. It's just I'm not positive we're actually going to be streaming the matches.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with it being a weekend, doubtful we really want them to actually like work. We don't want them to actually know that the devs are in the office on the weekends.
Well, I'm not paying my subs so you guys can have days off. I'm kidding, devs. Y'all know I'm joking. Come on, damn it. Shit.
You're going to get that email. But yeah, I'll be helping out wrangling people as well on that Saturday, which is going to be at noon. I'll be late because I don't get off of work until 1. So once I get home, though, I'll be wrangling up a storm. Just get my cowboy rope and yeehaw. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I don't know what to do. I tried doing something and it failed. I'm sorry. But I'm really excited for the tournament, though, because, that's $300 worth of a swag bag. That's physical items. I mean, like you're not. By the way, you're not getting like the Suicide Squad bat. All right, you're not Kevin Smith's daughter. So let's just chill with that. But
you also seen which one is? I'm seeing 34 teams signed up so far.
Wow.
14 Batman. And hold on a second here. I'm going to take a look at Team Superman here. I'm seeing 22 teams teams signed up for Team Superman. I'm also, for everybody out there who's listening to this podcast, which we know nobody listens to the podcast.
Yeah, the 5 people. Thank you.
Please put your team together before you sign up. Don't sign up as an individual, because you're not going to get paired up with people or grouped up with other people who have signed up. All right, you have to sign up with a team.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to really screw up the freaking brackets.
And I'm telling you this now, and it'll be a lot easier. And I really should have mentioned this to Meps as well. Like, have a check-in time, because my time with esports is like, look, you guys need to be there. All team members really need to be there at 11 o'clock. Be there an hour early. So at 11 o'clock, please, if you're a team leader, please make sure your team is there. So by the time 12 o'clock really hits, we can just blast through all of these matches, because there's going to be a lot to get through. So the faster we can get through these, the easier it's going to be for the end of the day. And and chat's really right about this tournament. It's really Team Super Patriot versus Team Vulcan. It really is.
Damn straight. Team Super Patriot all the way.
And I do love the fact that Vulcan asked you to join the tournament.
Yeah, Vulcan, it has me. Gets on his US tune the other day. He's like, you want to do the tournament with me? And I'm like, dude, all right, 2 problems. 1, I'm helping organize it so I can participate. And 2, you of all people should know that I would be signing up to play on Superman's team, on the Superman bracket. So why would you ask me, you being the freaking Batman nut that you are, ask me to sign up on the Team Batman team?
That was priceless. Thank you, Vulcan. That I giggled so hard about that. I just did.
Asked me of all people to sign up for freaking Team Batman. Come on. Everybody knows Superman's the better hero. I'm not saying he's the cooler. I'm not saying he's cooler. I'm just saying he's the better hero. That video of mine is coming out very soon, by the way.
I bet it is.
It's coming out very soon, and I'm going to tag Henry Cavill in the tweet, because I felt so bad for that dude when he was talking to all those little kids. He's talking. You like superheroes who can fly. They're really strong. They can bend metal. They have heat vision. And they're like, yeah, like, so you like Superman? And they're like, no, we like Batman. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, poor guy, man.
So I have to ask, with this being a PvP tournament, is Select Few going to make an appearance?
No.
Aww. I'm a little sad about that.
You don't have that many. You don't have really that many, hardcore PvPers in Select.
No, we've never. Yeah. It was always my villain that PvP'd. It was never my hero that really did any serious PvP, other than like random queuing and stuff like that.
Yeah. I remember back in the days when we were both in the replacement, so you scrimmed a lot. Of course, I scrimmed a lot back then too.
So, since Brittany's not going to be part of the tournament, and Sir Patriot and I have to have objective views because we are helping out with the tournament. Britt, who are you rooting for? Team Batman or Team Superman?
Neither.
Team Flash, understood. Thank you very much.
Brittany is probably the least comic book geek on the podcast. Trex.
Oh, I forget that. That's right. I forget that.
I mean, I like them, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not pro one or the other.
Are you Team Spider-Man at least?
Oh, no.
Ooh, damn.
He's annoying.
Damn.
Oh my god!
I mean, my only reference is the movies, and he was annoying in the movie.
But which movie?
The ones with Toby.
Okay, you're good. Okay, that's good. That's okay. Yeah, that was yeah. Okay.
I'll allow it.
I love you, Sam Raimi. You did as best as you could. You know, the studio was really shitting on you. But yeah, Toby, out. No, bad. Bad Toby. Everything bad. Stop dancing in the middle of the street, Toby. Stop doing it now. That was so uncool. The uncoolest thing you could ever do.
All I gotta say is, though, whoever came up, I'm gonna put this link in here. Everybody go check this picture I tweeted out earlier. Whoever came up and did this photo, thank you. Thank you. Whoever, I mean, I saw it, somebody retweeted and all that, and I wanted to tweet it back out. But whoever did this image, you rock.
Oh, is that the one with Superman and Cap on one side and Batman, Iron Man on the other?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really sick sign. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
That was really sick. So for the tournament, remember, if you are on Team Batman or Team Superman, you have to dress up as inspired by. You don't have to exactly dress up, but you're inspired by either Batman or Superman. So you're either going to be part of the Batman Incorporated or the Supermen, and that's a thing because it's in the comic books right now. I don't know why, because they all look like super blonde Nazis in my opinion. But there's a Superman. Whatever. I haven't even read the book. I'm already judging it, but I just don't like the premise. So be sure to dress up. Be sure to dress up as. There's not even a black guy. There's not even a black one. All right, it just if you're. Yeah, we have a black Superman in Earth 2. Thanks, Earth 2. Thanks for being prominent. So Team Batman 2 Superman. Be sure to dress as your inspired by character. Vulcan is probably going to. Well, and this is also a U.S. only tournament, by the way. Only U.S. So, did Vulcan ever get the Batman helmet on? Well, we got the
he bought
marketplace.
The cow. He bought the cow. You know he did.
Okay.
You know he did.
I mean, it's not the back from the hack one.
You know that dude dropped $20 twice.
I'm sure he would have paid a lot more for that.
It used to be really funny. Because before that Batman cow came out on the marketplace and everything, every time I would see him in game, I'd say, "Hey, Vulcan, check this out." He'd be like, "What?" And I'd put the Batman inspired head on. And he'd be like, "No!" And he'd run away from me.
And also the St. Patty's Day event is on test right now. It should be coming off actually pretty soon, or at least staying on it, whatever. But the event should be coming out sometime next week, I believe. So we don't have an exact date yet, but so be prepared because there's also Tori Kumu on the forums, community member. He posted a couple of videos with some new base items, which has a better stool.
Yes, much better stools.
And the balloons. And what he did with those balloons were badass.
It's cool looking. I'll leave it at that. I'm not a big fan of the balloons, but the stools is pretty awesome. This is the new.
Whoa! What we got against balloons?
I mean.
Wait a minute. Who has that fear of balloons?
It's not me.
I know someone who has a fear of balloons. For the life of me, can't remember now.
I know Olivia Munn does, but in real life, personally, I don't know anybody.
Okay. Can't be Olivia. She hasn't returned my calls in a while.
You ever see that on Attack of the Show when she was hosting Attack of the Show?
Yes.
They had her do that balloon challenge.
Oh my god, that poor girl.
They stuck her. Brittany, imagine this. They stuck her in this box, right? With a glass front. Okay. And around her and on top of her head, they had her wear a small piece of cardboard and all that had all these needles pointing out of the top. And around her head, there was all these needles and and stuff and everything pointing up and everything. And they kept dropping inflated balloons down on her because she's scared to death of balloons popping. Right?
What?
I mean, that's a legit fear.
Yeah, it is. It's a legit fear. There's people out there like that, but it was just so funny because she's just Every time one popped, man, she just like jumped and screamed.
And balloons are no joke. But I definitely recommend going onto the forums or and finding Tori's. Tori made a post on the Gotham City Journal forums, so I definitely recommend checking out his videos about it. He did some excellent videos for the St. Patrick's Day event, so for everyone to get caught up on what's all going on in it, really good job. But that's really it that I have on the docket. I mean, again, it's been a slow week, but we had that great announcement for the packs, for the Batman vs Superman cross promotion that's going on. Movie comes out next week. Or I'm sorry, it comes out in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it's the end of March. So hopefully the tournament gets you amped up for it, and hopefully the movie's not let down.
I hope not. The previews make it look really cool.
Oh, there's Tori right there.
Hey, link to the video. I haven't seen it.
But I mean, you know, with Batman vs Superman, it's like, come on, you less Lex the better, right?
I don't know how I feel about. I don't know. I forget what his name is. Playing Lex, like
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I want to see the movie before I say I totally hate it or love it.
Are like really up in arms. They're calling him like the Joker Lex.
Ew.
And everything like that because because the way he acts, in the trailer and all that, when he's Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, the way he was acting, I think that is a front. I honestly feel that is a front that he's putting on. He's playing up the part of the eccentric rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
Millennial.
When in reality he's the cold, calculating Lex Luthor that we all know.
So I
think it's all an act.
So he's playing an Oliver Queen right now.
Yeah, I think. Well, I want to say he's doing the how Clark Kent used to be kind of cowardly and coy and slouched and everything and all that. He's playing up that part. He's playing up his alter ego. That's his alter ego is the flamboyant, eccentric rich Lex Luthor and everything that he's portraying to the entire world, when in reality he's really the cold, calculating genius Lex Luthor that we're all used to seeing in the comics. That's what I think. That's my theory on
it. The packs come onto the marketplace. I would say next week.
Yeah,
since we have a tournament
next week. Yeah, that and plus the movie's coming out the week following. So
yeah. So next week, prepare to spend some Daybreak cash or some PSN, and I am going to say next week for the DCUO Sourcecast, I will be giving out PSN cards and some Daybreak cash cards next week on the show, so we can get some players to win some of those. They can spend them on some awesome marketplace items for the Batman vs Superman. So stay tuned because there will be a giveaway next week. I may even try and get Grid to come on and do a trivia thing again. That was nice.
That was pretty cool.
He had some really good trivia questions.
Oh my god, right?
Holy
the comic book store. The comic book store 2 blocks down from the East End Free Clinic. What?
Right?
There's a comic book store in there?
No, Tiny. God. You got OP belt ears. All right, you need to clean them out.
Oh man!
There's no giveaway.
Oh man!
Love you, buddy. I'm not hopping on the game for the next week now. Just not.
He says he's over it. Tiny says he's over it. He's gotten past it. He says it's in the past. He's let it go.
But see,
Nobody ever lets that go. Just throw that out there.
At least when it comes to me, he may be over it. With you, I'm not sure, Trex. Your second time in there beating it, and you got it.
And that's what makes me more. That's what makes me more afraid. The fact that when I ran Prison Break Elite, and when I run Phantom Zone, I'm like, oh, do not get me this OP item. Please don't give it. I don't need this stress. Because everybody will just destroy me for it. And I'm pretty sure Brittany will leave the show at that point. Just up in arms, just go.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, it was really funny last night because we were running PBE, I think, a second time, and he DC'd right when we were getting ready going for the last boss. So I was like joking. I was like, quick, because he made a joke earlier about Crappy DCing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, quick, everybody started up and all that, so everybody, pull ahead of Crappy on the damage chart, on the scoreboard. And so when Tiny DC'd, I was like, quick, everybody has started before Tiny gets back. And maybe I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be awesome too if while he was DC'd and he came back and I got the OP belt, the OP waist.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
This guy.
Ooh. OP items. That's how they break friendships. That's how you end leagues. Oh man. So is there anything else that we want you guys want to touch upon before we go?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a silent week, kind of.
Yeah, it's been kind of a quiet week.
Crappy, you know you're not going to leave a league. Calm down. Who else is going to take a crappy nature DPS? I mean, honestly, right?
I want to switched.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm afraid of getting another OP item right now. He's going to revolt against me.
Look, I've been watching a lot of Black Sails right now, and so I don't need a mutiny. It's like we need to do some votes. We need to vote. We need to vote a new captain of this whole crew. I don't need that stress. That's a whole bunch of stress I don't need.
Oh,
why is Crappy Celestial? Why did he just nerf himself like that? That's even worse.
See, now Killen's in on it, so he's going to cut me if I get another piece. God damn it. All right, you guys want a really cool way of how to troll somebody in your league hall? Brittany, you're gonna enjoy this. You're gonna enjoy doing this. Trust me on this. All right, when you go into your league hall, okay, and you see somebody's down there, they're testing a loadout on the practice dummies. All right, get one of those go into decoration mode. Get one of those chemical tubes. All right, and trap them inside that chemical tube. All right, they can't warp rally because they're in combat.
Oh my god!
And then just shut down the app on your PS4. Don't log out. Just shut down the app on your PS4 because then you'll go link dead while you're in decoration mode. And they'll be stuck. They'll be stuck there for at least 10 minutes.
How do we have people in this league?
I didn't actually do it, all right, but I figured it out one time when Crappy was down there on the test dummies. He was,
oh my god!
Because somebody told me like just warp rally, and he's like, I can't, I'm in combat, and I was like, oh man.
Oh my god! That. I'm never going to the league hall.
Oh, come on, Trex. You know you got to touch your loadout out when the Rage update comes.
Yeah, and I will. And I will go into an instance.
When is update 58 coming out? Have we
I don't
heard
know.
anything?
I would hope soon, because I would think that the seasonal would be with that.
Yeah.
Or around there, too. But
Yeah, well,
I guess they could release
seasonal may be dropping sometime next week also.
Yeah.
Yeah, seasonal's coming out next week, but maybe Game Update 58 will come out with it. But yeah, I'm ready to melee DPS. I'm ready to mid-range on Rage. I'm ready.
Me
Wait,
too.
shut up, Crappy. Rage didn't get nerfed. You don't know, man. We'll be seeing that shit when Game Update 58 is around the corner. Even though just last week we got, or was it this past week, we got Game Update 57. The Lost update. So.
Oh, wait. I think I just got a tweet from Maggie. Let's see what that says. Maggie's another member of my league, and she's Tiny's wife. Probably, I'm kidding.
Are drinks on her tonight? I just need to know before I log in.
I don't know. Tiny, Tiny, drinks are on Maggie tonight. Let her know.
I mean, I'm going to be playing the Division tonight anyways, but I mean, I'm just wanting to make sure.
You heard that here, folks. Drinks is going to be on the D tonight.
Stop it! Oh my god. Freaking ticking. Oh, yell nah. I feel he did that wrong. There he is. Good job, Tiny. What did Maggie say?
She said I was. Apparently, she's like commenting on me trapping somebody in the tubes.
Oh,
saying I was wrong for doing it because I've done it to her too.
Oh my god.
I've done it to like almost everybody in the league.
Well, OP used to put it like he would when you warped into your base, he would put it right at the base, like where you warp in at. So you warp into the tube. So even if you warp rally, you warp right back into it. Which I thought was pretty clever. We're evil.
But yeah, give that one a try sometime, Brittany. Let me know how it goes. Make sure you do it to new.
Yes.
He doesn't generally test his loadouts like that, so
tell him there's something new. There's a new rotation with Ice DPS. Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Do it.
Yes. So, alright guys, time for the shameless plug. Be sure to follow us on our social medias over at Facebook and on Twitter. Just find us at DCUO Sourcecast, or just type in Sourcecast, you'll be able to find us. You can find all the VODs over at youtube.com/Trexlight in the Sourcecast playlist. Yeah, crappy, you son of a bee.
At least he's not super clipping with vault tickets.
Oh man. Be sure to find all the audio over at Trexlight.com, or just go on to iTunes and just type in DCUO Sourcecast and you'll find us there. If you guys have a suggestion or a question you guys want us to answer on the show, just email us at dcuosourcecast@gmail.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/thedaddy's I am also on facebook.com/thedaddy's I'm also on Twitter at thedaddy's there. And you can occasionally find me here streaming on twitch.tv/thedaddy's. We may be doing a Granny Gold Star run on HH Elite tonight. So I might stream.
Boy.
I might
Really?
stream that. I might
Stream
that.
Stream it, please.
Just so everybody can sit back and laugh and understand why I said I wanted to wait until I got to 200 CR.
So I can do it.
No, just so it would be that easy.
No, I'm asking. I still need that feat.
This guy.
Well, I've never been in the happiness home either, so.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Why are you surprised?
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brittany.
Can I just say that since Trex has joined Meta Justice, he's gone up to 2 skill points?
That's it?
Yeah, he hasn't been playing that much with us because he would rather pick up random pug groups, or groups of people that he knows from his stream, and then go into Prison Break and spend 4 hours in there.
Hey, I can't help it if I want to play and play with my supporters.
And then when I tell him this is his excuse, right? And I tell him I was like, you league more. He tells me, well, the league needs to stop burning through stuff so fast so I can understand what's going on. And I'm like, dude, we will tell you.
Hey,
we sit down. We have a conversation about each boss fight we go into, especially in Prison Break.
Not in Prison Break. Not that first run. Not even that first run.
That's because regular's easy, but when you're going into elite, you have to have like two tanks. Two tanks makes the last boss fight in elite really easy. If they're trading whenever they get that Sunder on them and everything.
I think how many people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't understand that mechanic at all.
Shut up, Crappy. I'm not going to just block. I'm rage. I don't have to block. I just block instinctually because I'm a tank and I'm taking damage. When I see that, I'm like, I need to block. That's how I roll. But, Britt, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Brittany, on Twitter at PinkRanger_206, and on Twitch at Brittany_Trex. Where can we find you?
You can find me over at Facebook.com/Trexlight, over my YouTube channel at YouTube.com/Trexlight, over on the Twitter, especially on the Twitter, over at This Is Trex, and of course, you guys should be following me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Trexlight. So that's it for our episode. I have to say it was actually kind of a short one. I'll give it that. But what are you gonna do? Sometimes you're gonna have long episodes. Sometimes you don't. It's whatever. Just means I get to have more D tonight. Damn it, chicken.
Tiny, look, dude. All right, I took responsibility for that first time in that garage fight. All right, the second time, man, that was just one of those random happenstances I had no control over. All right? At least I didn't blame. At least I didn't blame you for it, though, Tiny. That's the thing. we were trying to get the freaking the elite feat from PBE last night, and both times that we made the attempt at it, I died on Grodd. The first time I was just slow to react to get out of the fire. The second time, Grodd just all of a sudden said, "Give me 1 second, Tiny," and turned and jumped on my head. But at least I wasn't like Crappy in the Blackest Night run, where we were trying to get the Ever Living feat, and Crappy literally blamed Tiny for pulling an ad by him for him dying. I swear to God, this is exactly what he said. He's like, he pulled that ad by me. The ad hit me, and I died. Yeah, I was like, he blamed the tank. Sticking to his rules for DPSing, by the way. He blamed the tank for doing his job.
Oh.
Damn.
Anybody out there who hasn't seen Crappy's rules for DPSing, you need to check them out on the forums. They're hilarious. Have you seen them, Trex?
I probably haven't. I think I remember seeing them, but I skimmed over it.
They are hilarious. Finish your spiel up. I'm going to find them real quick.
Okay, you do that. But, all right. All right, guys, that is it for us tonight. Be sure to join us next week. Next week, I will be doing a giveaway with PSN card and Daybreak cash cards for both PC and PlayStation, US only, of course. So you guys can use these cards, hopefully, for the Batman vs. Superman marketplace packs that will be on the marketplace possibly next week, hopefully next week. And again, be sure to sign up for the Batman vs. Superman inspired tournament, Batman vs. Superman tourney. That will be, I think the link is on the forums, so be sure to head over there and sign up if you haven't. Have your teams before you sign up, and all teams try and be there by 11 o'clock. So I wish I could be in game for check-in, but be there at 11 o'clock. Make sure all your teammates are there, so by the time 12 o'clock hits, we can start the tournament on time and burn through all these teams, because there's a lot to get through. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Make sure to follow us around on our social medias and our everything, and we'll see you guys next week for more DC Universe online information and fun. You guys can say bye now.
Oh, bye.
See ya, bye.